All right, all right. I'm here with John Crisafulli. Many people know him from many different walks of life. He's been in banking for 20 plus years. He started a business organization called COBA, which is Central Ocean Business Association, that serves the five towns south of Toms River.
Six towns.
Six towns. John will tell us those six towns shortly. As well as he's a pizza enthusiast and is also crowns himself as like Mr. Pizza Man. So, let's get right into it, John, because you were late today, and
I'm sorry, it's National Pizza Day, Tom.
National Pizza Day. So let's start there. I mean, let's
Okay.
go into National Pizza Day.
No problem. So listen, Tom, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. You're doing amazing things. Tom, you have the same philosophy I do. Give back. Give back, help out. And Tom mentioned COBA, Central Ocean Business Association. It was a brainchild of mine 7-8 years ago. And I approached Tom. I said, Tom, listen, I'm going to start a business association in Berkeley Township, Bayville. Mayor Carmen Amato gave me the approval for it. And it was a give back organization, and very pro chamber, but the 6 towns south of Toms River needed their own identity.
Let's name those towns.
So we go from South Toms River, Pine Beach, Ocean Gate, Berkeley Township, Forked River, and Pine Beach I mentioned, Ocean Gate, and there's one more, Beechwood. Yeah, and I do say the Toms River is the Mason-Dixon line. So when you cross the Toms River, it's a little different down there. And they need their own identity. So I said, Tom, do me a favor. Can you build a website for me, Tom? And I got no money. He goes, for you, Johnny, I'll do it. He built an amazing website that's still running. He has enhanced it. And I can't thank you enough, Tom, for that support initially and the support ongoing.
And how many members does COBA have?
I'd say we're probably, before COVID, I won't lie, we passed 100 members. We were at probably 140. Mm-hmm. A great organization. Anyway, after COVID, a lot of businesses south of Toms River got hurt. It's a lot of mom and pop business, a lot of family businesses, and it was tough. So we're probably hovering around 80, 85 members now. Okay. Denise Thatcher, a family business in Barnegat, Home Turf Landscape, she's the president. Mm-hmm. All volunteers. No one's paid, and that's tough too. So you're running an organization during COVID to give back your time is very challenging. I served as the founding president 3 years. And it's a great organization, and we support economic growth south of the Toms River. And even Tom did say, Johnny, it's kind of nice down here.
It is.
These Monmouth County folks, when they come down to Ocean County, it's a hidden gem down there.
I didn't know about the dinosaur in Bayville, which I'm glad that I got to see.
It's a national landmark.
It is. Well, the first time you said it, I thought you were kidding. I remember exactly where we were. We were in my conference room in Brielle, and you said the dinosaur in Bayville. And I remember looking at Tony on my team, and I go, what the hell is the dinosaur in Bayville? But we Googled it, if you remember, before you left that day.
Yes.
On the big screen, because I did not believe you.
Yes.
But there is a dinosaur in Bayville, and I've seen it, and it's gotten painted since.
It's gotten painted. It's a billboard. I mean, it was originally a carpet company, and that's where they brought it in from a World's Fair, believe it or not. Just Google Dinosaur Bayville.
It's pretty cool.
It is.
I would definitely recommend checking it out.
Yeah.
And you have great community ties with those, with Carmen and some of the other mayors and down there.
It was a vision because I was with another bank at the time then, and I wanted to grow. I do business development for First Commerce Bank out of Lakewood, and my philosophy has always been give back, and I saw a need for those businesses to network on that Route 9 corridor, and I was president of a Fanwood Scotch Plains Business Association years ago. I was on the Greater Elizabeth Chamber, the Union Chamber Board in North Jersey, Union County, really Central Jersey, I think now, but I saw that need. I formed a board of very influential people, partnered with people like Tom, and we built a great organization.
That's awesome. That's really great. And again, a lot of these small businesses, they need advocates, and they need people to network. And again, when you own a small retail shop or a small business in town, you're in the process of working. You're doing it all. So to go to, to have a place to go to these networking events is awesome, because it gives people the opportunity to meet other business owners that maybe they don't know, and be able to exchange services. And, if maybe you didn't know about what I did, you didn't learn. And again, even in COBA, I met a lot of nice people over the years. I've done business with a number of them. And even better than that, I got referred to other businesses who didn't know me by members of COBA, which
100%.
it's the gift that keeps on giving, that referral.
It is, and I say networking is work. That's why the word's in networking. You got to work for it. When you go to an event, some people say, "I want to get my business cards." Get business cards. No. I get 3 or 4 business cards. I have casual, deep conversations on personal stuff to connect with people. And if I can help someone get business, which I do as a banker, if you're banking somewhere and they take your deposits and they lend it out, that's great for the bank. They make money. How are you benefiting, right? Is that banker giving you business? Are they working for your business? And that's what I pride myself. I get no better satisfaction than to give a referral and for that business to earn money and income for their family and their
Yeah, but
company.
you're a giver, and you understand networking, and you understand that. I think you planting seeds. Like, networking's not about wham bam thank you ma'am. It's not about what am I getting a lead tonight? Am I leaving with a sale tonight or tomorrow? It's about building long-term relationships. And long-term relationships don't just don't happen overnight.
Yes.
You have to earn trust. People have to see you. I'm surprised that not more people understand this, that it's not an instant, gratification. You want instant gratification? Go on Google, buy pay-per-click advertising, and you can get leads tomorrow.
100%.
But those leads aren't going to be loyal to you. Those leads are not going to be as loyal to you as in the networking and the referral and the building trust with people. And again, you have to be accountable. You have to be accountable. Like, again, you said to me, "Hey, could you build this website? Hey, can you make these updates?" Again, once I knew that I was going to do it, I knew that I had to be accountable to you, because otherwise the egg's going to be on your face.
Yes.
That you're not going to have what you need to run this organization. And again, you're giving your time. So
That's right.
You don't want to look bad to the 140 people that believe in you and believe in
100%.
what you're doing.
And Tom does not give us the website for free anymore because we've established ourselves and we have an agreement with Tom. But he did do that give forward initially, but we were able to get planted, grow. So
You
Tom,
need to get off the ground.
Yeah, we need to get off the ground, and you did that. I like to share too, and the family business is Carpet Castle in Toms River. They're my neighbor in 3 houses from my house in Silverton, Toms River. I'll never forget, Ken Pearson said, "Johnny, I want you to meet my wife, Mary. She does a lot of she handles our company. Mary is the boss." What's her saying at the chambers? She says,
She tells Ken where to go every morning.
that's right. So I met Mary, and Mary wasn't networking at the time. And he said, "I want you to show Mary to network." And I met Mary, personality, unbelievable. And I told Mary about this vision of COBA. And I said, "I'd like you to be my vice president." When I saw her in action, just being natural, yourself, networking, and she became the vice president of COBA, founding vice president, works tirelessly for years, built the organization. You need that, a strong board. So what happened was, the COBA job is a lot, and it took a lot even from her company. So now Mary, stepped away from COBA, but networks on a very large level with larger chambers of commerce. And even many members of COBA learned how to network the right way and joined, let's say, the Greater Toms River or the Brick Chamber, and they gain value from that.
Sure.
And I do try to lead by example and show people how to network effectively. And again,
You could write the book on it.
I'm working on it, and I have a name for it. But it's also an unselfish act. Networking, it really is an unselfish act.
Totally.
And you got takers and givers.
Yeah, and you got to know going in. You got to know going in that there's going to be some people that are just looking for something. It's always interesting when the people start pounding you 3 and 4 times after you met them once. You're trying to be nice and you're trying to be part of the organization, and they're looking for that sale.
Yes.
But I also think on the other side is I tell people when they go networking, follow up with the people that you do get the cards from, because again, if you go to a networking event and there's 20 people, you get 20 cards. Not everybody's going to remember 20 people and 20 faces, and
100%.
And so I do think it's important to either send an email, to send a text, or give a call the following day or 2 after, while it's still fresh on their mind. Say, "Hey, this is you met me at the networking event. I'm the guy who does this, this, and this.
Yes.
Let me have, if I could, I would love to send you an email just so that we have each other's contact on file. So if anything comes up and you should you ever need anything, just let me know."
100%. And I'm going to segue a little to pizza, if that's okay.
I love it.
Is it okay?
We're ready. We're ready for pizza.
So pizza and business goes hand in hand. I mean, I've done events with chambers of commerce which I'll plant a seed for others that want to do it. So, I'm a community banker, 27 years. I started as a bank teller.
You don't even look old enough to be in the workforce 27 years.
My people say I'm losing my hair. I'm not losing my hair, Tom.
Nah.
Right?
Just slick it back.
This is a lot of gel.
Yeah, just slick it back. You look great.
So I love community banking. I've started a bank in my career in Union County. I love banking. I started as a bank teller. Now I head up business development for all.
I could only imagine you as the bank teller. You probably saw 3 people in the whole day because you talked to everybody while they were online.
In the early 90s, there was no such thing as direct deposit. So people came to the bank with 3 checks.
Yeah.
The police, the fire. There was no such thing as no customer. And I worked in the city of Orange, in a very busy city. And I worked for a great bank, always community banks. That's what I enjoy and I love. And at my bank, I can call the president of our bank, who's a seasoned banker. And, we look at every customer, the whole picture. And that's why I love community banking. And First Commerce has given me the opportunity to network throughout the state, throughout the region, and I enjoy it. But, when I'm in a room and there's, let's say you're in a networking event center, you do a round robin, right? And there's other bankers in the room, right?
Sure.
And every bank does the same thing, right? I mean, we give loans, we take deposits, we have business accounts, we have products, et cetera. But when I say I'm vice president, right, First Commerce Bank, but I'm also New Jersey's original and official pizza critic, Johnny C., the pizza guy. The lawyers and the doctors and the great marketing companies, they want to come over to me. They don't come over to me. Who wants to talk about banking?
Yeah, right.
They want to talk about pizza. Johnny, have you been to this pizzeria? Have you been? No, I take referrals all the time. So.
And what do you do with those referrals? You go to them?
I try my best to go. For me, it's a give back. And I grew up in it. Maybe if you could put a picture while we're doing the podcast of Johnny C. in the kitchen, his family's Italian restaurant, 6 years old, prepping in the kitchen.
If you have a picture, send it over.
I will.
We'll get it added by the time we put the YouTube up.
I love it. I love it. So I grew up in the industry, scrubbing pots, worked in a pizzeria at a young age. I delivered pizza to a banker and in my car. And I got a funny story real quick, Tom. It's regarding pizza. I was, again, cleanup boy, up to side order chef. I used to make pizzas a little bit. Now I just eat it. So basically, and by the way, banking and pizza, very similar. I just deal with the dough. Right? I like to say
well
that too.
Played.
So anyway, I was the delivery pizza boy. Now I had a 1985 Buick Regal. I got a loan from the pizzeria owner, $500. I got the Regal, right? It was $1,500. I got the Buick Regal, and my transmission went. My reverse went. I couldn't drive reverse. Well, up in Cedar Grove in Essex County, there's a lot of hills.
Yeah.
I would drive to someone's house, right? Pull in the driveway, deliver the pizza, and I would roll backwards.
That's great.
Out the driveway.
Yep, sure.
For 2 months, with no reverse. So I delivered pizza to a banker one day, and he says, you count money pretty good.
Yep.
Want to be a bank teller? I said, you know what? I'm 18 now. I think it's time to get a more professional job.
Yeah, sure.
And I raised the ranks with that. But I give back. I don't, charge for my services. I'm marketing companies, family businesses, and I do it as a devotion to my family. My mom, who grew up in it, is the best waitress in Ocean County. Shout out to Ippolito's in Lakewood.
Shout out to Ippolito's in Lakewood.
Yes.
We'll tag you in the video.
Thank you. And it's a beautiful family. My mom says she's the best waitress in Ocean County. And so for me, it's a give back. I do it on a very large level. We just had the Pizza Bowl in the Meadowlands.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was unbelievable. 12 of the top pizzerias on Jersey pizza joints go to the Pizza Bowl, and my job is I control the kitchen. I grew up in it, and I control the pizza coming out of the kitchen, and we just crowned the winner of the best pizza and best meatballs in New Jersey. They were on WPIX 11 News.
Who were the
morning.
winners?
So Vinny Mutz, who I actually did a review for 6 months ago.
Vinny Mutz, is that his real last name, or is it Mutz for
So
Mutz?
it's Vinny Morelli,
All right.
but the name of the place is Vinny's Mutz.
Okay.
Mootz. And Vinny is an unbelievable mozzarella maker and pizza maker. He won Best Pizza.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Johnny Special, who owns Pizza Amore in Carlstadt.
Okay.
He won Best Meatballs 3 times in a row. This was the 4th Pizza Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a great event.
And you had a big sponsor at this one.
Well, I'm not a sponsor. I'm involved.
No. You had
Yes.
At the Pizza Bowl. There was a big sponsor.
Yes. So shout out to my dear friend Salvatore Taddeo, Sally Figs. Sal connected me with one of his top clients, Ferrara Foods in Piscataway, largest food purveyor, in the whole Northeast down to Florida. They stepped up to be the premier sponsor. Which was amazing. So with me, the passion for pizza, and I also say it's not just pizza. Like I work in Lakewood. I go to so many kosher eateries. Never forget, I started doing kosher pizza in Lakewood, 6 years ago. I've been with the bank for
The
almost...
Lakewood guys like pizza.
They like pizza. They love pizza. So I have a lot of Italian friends say, Johnny, kosher pizza must be like sawdust. I say, guys, wake up.
Very good.
It's very good. Not only that, it's Italian recipes. Because
I one time I was in Brooklyn with some of your buddies in Brooklyn, and I was in what is it?
maybe a Borough Park?
Borough Park.
Yeah.
And I had pizza in Borough Park, and it was very good.
One of my top 20 is in a town called Muncie.
Muncie, New York.
Yeah, Muncie, New York.
Rockland
Yummies.
County.
You got to go Yummies. You walk into Yummies, a kosher pizzeria. There's an Italian guy behind the counter.
Yeah.
And he's making the pizza.
That's great.
Yeah. So for me, again, I love it. I've been doing that 15 years.
You've been a critic for 15 years?
Yeah. And you say critic. Some people say, Johnny, how could you be a critic if you don't rate? So that's a big thing I want to get out there today. And there's a lot of food influencers out there that agree with Johnny and follow my practice. Don't rate pizza. Why? Because, again, I grew up in it. And you went to my grandfather's Italian restaurant in Long Island, where you're from, Tommy.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it was...
What town was it in?
East Norwich.
Okay.
Very successful.
Off 106?
It was right on Oyster Creek Road. Still there, Angelina's. Not my family no more.
Okay.
But my grandfather was a street guy in Brooklyn. He said to his girlfriend, Angelina, I'm going to put your name in lights. And he opened up Angelina's with a loan from a Jewish lawyer in Brooklyn. And he did that in East Norwich, which is a lot of money. Very successful for 20 years. That's where my mom worked, my uncles. And if you went into my grandfather's restaurant where they did pizza and you gave him a 6 point whatever, that's not good.
No.
Not going to be good for you. Now, what if the pie guy didn't show up that day? What if the pie guy was sick? So, you're rating it on that. Don't. And also, what someone doesn't like, others may.
That's true. You know? And again, if everybody liked the same thing, we'd all have white houses and drive blue cars.
100%.
So I think that I agree with you on the sense. And again, what people don't realize is the backbone of this of the United States is people that are small business owners. And again, what one metric can do to a business, both positively and negatively. On the positive side, you look at some of these pizza places that have very high ratings from Mr. Portnoy, and those are doing super. And Rosie's in Point Pleasant,
yes.
Then Brooklyn Square and in Jackson. But then you look at some that get hurt, and it really can hurt somebody and hurt their business and hurt who.
It happens. And Dave, Dave does a great total give back as well. He really helps the business. And maybe Dave one day will meet with me and say, Johnny, I understand your philosophy. I respect it. But I've been doing this much longer than Dave.
Dave, if you're out there listening, let's get you coordinated with Johnny C, and we can have a meeting. We can have it over pizza if you want.
Listen, I go to places that I've been going to. You mentioned Brooklyn Square. I know Peter and his family, beautiful family. I've been going there for 10 years, longer, and then supporting him in Tom's River. Then Dave comes in, and Dave does follow Johnny C or his Barstool guys, whatever it is. I went to a place in Montclair. Good example, a couple months ago. Gave a nice review, strongly recommended by Johnny C, the pizza guy. And 2 weeks later, the owner calls me. He goes, Johnny, you won't believe it. Dave Portnoy just walked in on Bloomfield Avenue in Montclair. And he said, he gave me a good rating. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
That's how we work together. So all I want to say is, Dave, say, Johnny, you are New Jersey's original. That's all I want to hear. Why not? But
Dave, if you're listening, please just tell him that and set up the meeting to have some pizza. And you guys can break bread over some pizza here.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool.
But, with the back to the business and banking, these relationships I've built even through pizza and who I am as a genuine individual. People do business. You mentioned before, Tom, a little bit. People do business with who they like, know, and trust.
Yes.
And you can go on my Johnny C website and see me in the kitchen, a young kid. I got nothing to hide. And my goal in life is to help small business owners. So I have those relationships throughout the state of New Jersey, including political too. I do handle the government banking for First Commerce Bank as well. So municipalities, Board of Educations, I'm here to help, and the bank allows me to do and be who I am as an individual.
And that's great that
I'm not just a number.
That they've taken you on for who you are and what you do, because that sums up the game, that they really believe in the community themselves, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be having you do these kind of things.
100% agreed. And I enjoy it. My boss gave me a wooden plaque saying, Johnny, you can't make everyone happy. You're not pizza. You know,
Agree.
So they understand, and it's what it's all about. Is giving back, helping others, and I get no better satisfaction.
I mean, that's great. I love your story. I love what you do. I love what you do for the community. I think overall you're a good guy. I mean,
thank you.
We've known each other, going on probably 12 years, and I love to see you just keep doing great things out there.
Thank you. And I have to give credit to my wife Anna. We've been married 20 years this year. We celebrated 20 years.
Congrats.
Thank you. She's from
You
Portugal.
were 7 years into the banking game when you met her, because you said you've been in the banking 27 years.
Then I was an assistant manager at a
Yep.
bank, and we met, and so she knew of my family background, my love for food. We moved down to Toms River 20 years ago, and I would have a Word document, about 8 pages. It would say, Johnny C's recommended places to eat. Because family coming from New York, North Jersey, Johnny, where am I going to eat? I'm coming down the shore. So I would give them his Word document. One day my wife says, you know what, Johnny? Make a website and call yourself Johnny C the Pizza Guy.
I love it.
My wife invented me. So when I'm out having pizza a lot, my wife's like, you're out again? And I said, honey,
I'm doing what you told me.
you created this monster.
You created this monster. That's awesome.
And my daughters are my film girls.
Oh,
my
yeah?
twin girls, Brianna and Sarah, they are my film girls. That's my film crew.
Awesome. Well, I think it's awesome what you're doing, and keep doing it. And I love that you enjoy it. Like, you really have a passion for this. And I think sometimes people do things like, some of these people that are in the marketing space doing videos, they don't really have a passion for it. They're doing it for a career. They're doing it for a paycheck. But I really do believe what you do is a passion. You enjoy what you do.
I do. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a devotion to my family.
It's great.
It took my
and
grandparents'
it's great that
lives.
you also brought your children into this food. A lot of Italian American families, as the years go on, it's not like the Sunday family dinners as much anymore. Everyone's got a life, everyone's busy, but it sounds like you're keeping that tradition alive.
Yeah,
and I love that.
Thank you, Tom. And my kids, they say, Daddy, have you had Wawa pizza? It's not that bad. I say,
We're not having Wawa pizza.
Well, you know what? If Wawa wants to talk to Johnny C, you never know. But
yeah,
I love my daughters. They are my apple in my eye, and they're my little angels. So.
With that, I really appreciate you coming on. If people want to find you on social media for your pizza or for the bank, if you could please let everyone know, so that they can follow you.
So if you just Google John Crisafulli and banker, you'll see First Commerce Bank. We're headquartered in Lakewood, 11 branches throughout New Jersey. We're a true community bank, hometown bank, and it's firstcommercebk.com. Also, if you want to follow me on my social media, I have a YouTube channel. You can just Google Johnny C the Pizza Guy. YouTube channel, Instagram. My kids got me on TikTok. I'm pretty good with TikTok. I'm learning how to do the TikToks, and I have my own. I mentioned the Facebook is very active. My website's not up to date. Tom has built a new website for me, and it's just I'm too busy, right, Tom?
There's no time for you to get down and talk about your website. We could talk about 8 other things, but when it's time to talk about your website, you're too busy for me. Maybe we'll meet for pizza when Lucci's opens across the plaza here.
I did not know about Lucci's opening.
And Lucci's going to be opening soon. They're doing the construction, so maybe we'll have a meeting. I'll bring a laptop, and we can get your website done.
Yeah, Nicole with your team is amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, she never says, Johnny, what's going on? She's patient and she understands. But I cannot.
You're
wait
not the first one that's delayed their website for a couple of years.
Okay, a couple of years. But yes, and I can't wait till my new website launches through Wingman Planning here in Belmar. Tom, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thanks for coming in today. It was great to see you, brother.
All right, brother.
Bye-bye.